Hello everyone. Sorry for the delay. We'll go ahead and start right away here, right into the game. So, for those of you who are not aware, after our second attempt at the final boss's Phase 2 form, last stream, I went and looked at someone else's clear video, and it still took them 2 hours to clear, so, you know, that's cool. It's just a pain in the ass boss. Like, not even Dark Souls bosses can get away with being 2 hours in length. And also the quote unquote true ending that I was promised on like the wiki. It's literally just a cutscene of the dude sinking into the ground, and then you go back to the front, and they're like, "Huh, well, you beat him, but like, it's still there, so." You know, like, that's weird. Someone watched it kill it pretty quick. I know that there's strategies to do it. But watching... Jesus Christ, are you done? Set it in the head over and over, no pawns. Yeah, there are ways to get it, but what has really kind of dissuaded me is basically the fact that it's barely acknowledged by the game. You kill it, you come back, and they're like, huh, I guess it's still going, so even though you beat the final boss, well, feel free to keep exploring forever. Because it's kind of supposed to be like an endless content grind mill, but, sincerely, fuck that. So, we're not gonna bother. Like... like, you know, it's a cool fight, but it goes on for too long. Like, I really hope that if, with Dragon's Dogma 2, that they really take some design cues from their sister series, Monster Hunter, and, like, make fights that are engaging, but not, like, that are not 2 hours in length. So we've got this thing. I'm glad that your character immediately knows, like, that they want to stab themselves with it, but we're not going to do that yet. We've just kind of had that in our inventory since killing the dragon, and I've not bothered using it because I obviously don't have much of a reason to do so. But we just got it. No stabby you. Allusion to ghouls and goblins. Yeah, I mean, that is actually honestly kind of interesting. It's just that from a narrative standpoint, I just don't care for it anymore. Yeah, basically the endless content dungeon. Which, I mean, is like neat, because, I mean, it's, you know, it's a way to give the game infinite replayability. It's just also, there's really no ending, unlike the ending that we're going to get today. You know what? I'm gonna leave it up to chat to decide. Do we want to beat the game? Oops. I don't want to do that just yet. Do we want to beat the game as a magic archer or as a warrior? With the big two-handed sword. The magic archer is just what we've been so far, which is just big smashy. There's a couple other things that we could be, but I don't really have them leveled up very much, so probably best if we're going into the final fight of the game to pick something that I have relatively maxed out. What you enjoy? I mean, I enjoy them both. Magic Archer is more versatile, which I appreciate, but, like, hitting a hitbox multiple times with the greatsword is pretty satisfying. So, I can go with either. But I haven't really... One of the things I didn't do, that I kind of probably should have, thinking back on it, was, like, let chat vote on, like, what class we would be for the next stream, but I didn't. So, Magic Archer? Okay. We can stay as Magic Archer. I always see it as the Soroka class. It is... I mean, it's a good class. It really is. Oh, I'm gonna show you backfire because I kind of promised I would do that at some point and never did. I don't want Hunter Bolt though. I want Ricochet Hunter. Of course I want Ricochet Hunter.
If there is aught I can do, say, pray, pray.
Pray, pray, pray. So I'll show you backfire real quick. Yeah, we just set ourselves on fire. You can also just immediately put yourself out by using the skill again. So why would you ever want to do that? Well, the answer is simply that if you jump on top of an enemy while on fire in this mode, you'll do damage to them. It's an extremely funny skill. Oops. But I don't use it a lot, just for the simple reason that I don't like to do damage to myself if I can help it. And also just because... like, you only spend maybe about 50% of your time fighting, 50% of your time fighting, like, enemies that are large enough to grab. Oh. Cool. Someone used the Noid. 5 stars across the board. Oh, I'm proud of you, buddy. Actually, no, that is a lie. I think if you grab, like, smaller enemies, too, you would do damage to them, but then you can't hit them. Like, if you grab smaller enemies, you're just kind of, like, wrestling them so their arms are behind their back. Which works if you have friends, but I don't know. I prefer to be the one doing the hitting rather than helping other people do the hitting, as it were. Anyway, just gonna do one quick look through our equipment. And we'll get going.
I must pray, permit me.
So let's go back to Cassidy.
I would take you there.
Take care at the water's edge, Master.
Linger in the water over long, and the brine make many boats, just as you'd expect.
So, before we head off, I do want to quickly show off something that was kind of always there, but obviously didn't serve a function until you unlock the Everfall. And it's just over here, in this little tucked-away cove. I think. Unless I've completely forgotten where it is. Oh. Am I dumb? I don't think they removed it. Maybe I've just forgotten exactly where it is. But somewhere on the beach here, there is a portal that takes you directly to the, I was gonna say the Ender Dragon, but the, like, Dragon, or whatever it's called. The big boss with, like, a bunch of health bars that everybody works together online to kill. Maybe it's on this side? I don't quite remember, but, we'll just check real quick, since we, are in Cassidy. No. Maybe I either didn't unlock it, or they removed it for, Dark Arisen. Weird. I definitely remember seeing something there, but maybe I haven't unlocked it or something. But yeah, if you're the kind of person that wants to get like 1,000,000 Dragon kills, but not have to like find that in the Everfall, you can just go to Cassidy and fight it from there.
Just as you'd expect for a fishing village.
Oi, good fisher. How's the day finding you? Good news, Matt. What can I do you? You seem tired. So be.
Anyways, let's rest until morning. I know I've pointed this out before, but it is very funny to have to pay money to rest in the village, considering my house is literally right next to this inn. It seems a little silly, but who am I to judge?
Seems a fair place to rest.
Quite tidy, this room.
Anyway, let's just go look at our polycule.
But I would
Like, very awkward polycule. Oh, I can give you this. Sure, make some thing out of it.
Ah, very well. Do not worry for me.
What can I give you? I have a lone flower.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How's our other princess doing?
You are ever my knight in gleaming armor. You championed me against the worm itself. I couldn't abide living in this cursed land any longer.
I don't think it's on purpose, but I love the, like, glare that
As I
Selene is
fled, I was
giving
captured
to
like a
Alienor.
dragon. I nearly my father there was that. I fear.
Okay. Alright. Well, we've said our goodbyes to everyone. Let's go ahead and beat the game. Back to Grand Soren, one last time. Better make sure I do have... Yeah, got 22 wake stones. So the pawn asked for 20, but I'm keeping in a couple extra just in case. Just in case, yeah, basically.
I feel something from the depths of the world.
Bump the guard. Always bump the guards.
We stand at the threat.
I think it's this one. I won't lie, I never remember which one is which. As he got pumped towards the near endless pit.
A nexus linked
Can't
all
exactly
worlds.
blame him. Hey, buddy.
Yes, Arisen?
Uh... Okay. They might be on the floor above us, I'm not really sure. Or they might be right here, actually. No, they're not. This is part of the game where I have no idea where I'm going.
Gathering these may open a new way to us.
You don't say.
This looks interesting.
Oh, I think we might have straight up not been here. Yep. Okay, so I think it's actually further up. Oh no, never mind, it was that one right there. This place is such a pain in the ass to navigate. It's, like, cool. But, it's not... it's not very, very intuitive. Oh yeah, here you are.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, at last. At last you've gathered the whole of them. With them, you can summon forth a rift of considerable power. This rift, born of the Wakestone's power, will guide you forward, Arisen. I fear there will be no returning to this place. Are you prepared to journey on?
Let's do it.
End this, Arisen. May the world be put right by your hand.
I feel more familiar with this quest now.
End this, Arisen. May the world be put right by your hand.
You'll find the truth below. You must jump.
Okay. Unique but tedious, pretty much.
I'll not waste time on rhetoric. Defeat me, and take my place as keeper of this world. You saw it awaiting you at the end of your descent. Aye, the same world you've traveled to arrive at this place. A world you may well now inherit. It is a simple proposition, no different than any you've faced. You need only the will to claim what is offered you. The will to survive.
Yes, fight, Arisen, as you e'er have fought in coming here. What is it that impels you? What force spurs you on? What sustained your wanderings and led you here? I ask you, what is it that makes you alive? 'Tis volition, unbending will. You are here because you willed it, Arisen. That alone has brought you here.
We might be a little bit over leveled for this.
Consider the infinite potential. Just as you call forth forms, so I command all life into existence. Call it divine creation if you must, but expect none of the mercy men seek in their gods. This is cold truth, the unbending reality of a world without compassion. The world and all its denizens are but empty vessels. In that regard, no different than the pawns. Without volition, there is no true life. The world falls stagnant, dead as an ocean with no current to guide it. That volition is tempered by the struggle for survival. The decision, just like yours, to fight. Just as the pawns need a master's command, so the world thirsts for the will to live.
Let us continue. Show that you are more than
Ow.
an empty vessel, animated by forces unseen. Show that the temper of your soul is strong enough to command far more than mere pawns. Show that your will is fit to bind the fraying center of this world and hold it fast. Fight tooth and claw. Struggle now and cling to life. Show that living holds worth enough to fight for.
Got big JRPG bossitis. Oh, nice. It's me.
It is time to decide. Will you claim your right as Arisen? Or shrug the burden and seek peace in oblivion? Just so. One foot after the next, come what may. That is what it means to live. Turn back now, and I will grant you a merciful death. The choice is yours, Arisen. Yours alone.
your choice, Arisen. Step forward or retreat. Accept the quiet emptiness of a false peace, a false life.
Well, so obviously we can go back.
Then you would choose peace. That too is a valid fate. Leave now, and you will never again come to see this place.
It's different than I assumed happened at the end. It's so cool. I really love
You would
this.
choose peace.
I love this ending so much. Yep, so we'll go. We're gone. Bye. Hey, we're back at Cassidy. We don't have a scar, we're just chilling.
Know of a way a girl can earn some quick coin?
No?
How's the day find you?
No quest board. Because why would we need a quest board? Everything's peaceful.
A cloud of unease hangs over the land these days.
I don't think it does. I think everything's great. We chose peace. We were offered to either fight or choose peace, and we chose peace. So now we're back here. Hanging out in our town. It's doing good. Everybody's happy. Let's go say hi to our adopted father.
Then fear has bested you as well. So be it. Go and seek your peace. Your guttering beacon in the churning dark.
Oops.
And I shall await the coming of the next.
Yay, we beat the game! But obviously that's not the real ending. Because we're given a retry screen. Soroka sounds like a drink from Morrowind. It's the Polish word for magpie. Anyways, let's not do that. Let's try a different fate. Let us proceed forward.
Why not put an end to it? Praises of the quiet life are sung far too infrequent.
Mason, no, ow! Mason, please! What are you doing? Not you too.
You're not without a home to return to.
I don't want to hear it from you, Mercedes.
Fire. What is it drives you so?
Fornival and the Duke. Oh, no, not you two.
Too great an honor for one of my stature.
What a shame.
Why this hesitation, sir? You've ought to protect, do you not? This is your answer, then.
You're in jail, buddy. Oh, hey, Duke again. Hello, Emperor Palpatine.
Would let you rest a while, but just as like you would turn a deaf.
Emperor, buddy, we're having a conversation here. Can you practice your swordplay somewhere else?
Instead, I ask only that you keep us in mind now and again.
I'll try my best. Oh no. He's really trying. He is.
I was always so afraid. You seemed to elect to leave for somewhere I could not follow.
Oh. Those are interesting attack moves. Ow. Please stop. Please stop. You're going to hurt somebody. Faster than she's doing damage. Oh god, I'm Kirito. Oh, that's a terrifying thought. That's like all I remember about Aseo. So Kirito, oh dear.
You are close now. So very close to me.
Oh shit, it's the guy.
I shall meet you on your own terms, joined by my own companions of old. You stand now at its end, Arisen. See your journey through.
So, quick history lesson. At the very start of the game, yeah, the guy from the beginning. So in the prologue, we play as this guy and his pawn going to go fight the dragon. And so we can basically assume that they actually did the exact same journey as us. And the cool thing is that if you replay the game, and if you do the new game cycle, then the person that you fight here is your old Arisen. But, Buddy, I'm trying to do something.
Forge of my heart grows cold. World shivers.
Anyways, if we die, if we fail to fight him, then we get another ending. And now we're a dragon. So if an Arisen fails to defeat the current Seneschal, they are turned into a dragon and have to go find another Arisen. Which is the whole plot of Bitter Black Isle 2. That the guy's adoptive mother was an Arisen and failed to defeat the Seneschal and thus became a dragon, and then chose her adopted son as the next Arisen. And so he had to either choose between killing his mother in dragon form or killing the one he loved, which was his pawn. Like I said, I fucking love this game so much. It's so cool. It's our fucking hour to download. Oh man, I imagine downloading 60 gigabytes in only an hour. Anyway, so that's another ending. But of course that didn't happen. Please, I'm not gonna let a Seneschal defeat me.
Be victorious. Fight. It repeats upon itself. That all the world and so the cycle continues. Fight. It repeats upon itself that all the world may repeat. And so the cycle continues. It repeats upon itself that all the world may repeat. And so the cycle continues.
Okay, alright. I'm sorry, Noid, you can have your weapons back.
repeats upon itself, that all the world may repeat. And so the cycle continues. Repeats upon itself, that all the world may repeat. And so the cycle continues.
Yeah, okay, enough of that. Oh shit, I'm in the middle of an attack animation.
Fight knows. It repeats upon itself that all the world repeats. And so the cycle continues. Repeats upon itself.
Hey, Corgi. You're just in time to see us deliver the final blow.
Arisen, forgive me.
What's up? We're at the final boss. We're beating the game.
All I've done was to test your will. It is the fate of all Arisen. You and I are swept up in the current, same as the rest. Each tempers the volition of the next, and the endless cycle continues. And so, until the coming of a new soul fit to craft the will to live, someone like you. Until that day, may you guide the world ever justly.
This will be a pretty short stream, yeah, Corgi.
I present you with the Godsbane blade. Those who arise to oversee this world are undying, save by this brand's kiss.
Those Xbox 360 fingers.
I ask that you, as the world's new Seneschal, use it now to vouchsafe freedom to your weary servant.
This place is familiar.
New crown, sovereign, keeper of eternity. Grant me now this single boon. The fire of my life is spent in guttering. Give me freedom with the kiss of the Godsbane blade. If there is aught you wish to know afore my death, you need but ask.
Sure.
My knowledge, as my all, is yours to take. What would you hear of me?
What is the Seneschal?
The Seneschal is steward to the world. The world you traveled now rests in your care. Just as the Arisen calls upon into being and sets them to motion, the Seneschal holds dominion over all living things. There are those who would call such a being Maker or God. I cannot deny the claim any more than affirm it. In the end, they are but words. Call it what you will. Such is the office I have served, just as those before me and you beyond unto eternity. New crown, sovereign. If there is aught you wish to...
You can hang out for a second there.
Just being at your side fills this pawn with vigor, Arisen.
I'm glad. Glad we could make it this way, Noid.
If there is my knowledge,
How is the world composed?
the pawns exist astride the rift. They speak of a multitude of worlds, each infinite unto itself, limitless in span and lost to time. These worlds extend in an eternal, perfect loop. Just as a ring lacks start and end, so this world has no origin, no final terminus. If it does, they lie beyond our ken. We are prisoners of unpassing time, wandering an unending land. What lies beyond, we cannot know.
One of the things I don't quite get is it feels really weird for you to, once you defeat the dragon, find the God's Blade in your inventory, and then you come here, and then he makes like a big cutscene showing of like basically like summoning it, and then giving it to you. So like, why do I already have one?
New crown sword. If there
That
is
one, that
aught
part I do
my
not get.
knowledge,
What is
as my
eternity?
all. Aye, there is life in the world, and with it death. Naught lasts forever. Each rises and falls in its time. But such is a death akin to that of ponds. They appear in this world and vanish, only to appear again, like bubbles in a mountain spring. As so it is with all that lives within this eternal world. In time, you will come to see it happen under your watch, Seneschal. Each beast, each blade of grass, each human life is born to die and be born again in endless rhythm. Naught lasts forever, yet all persists unto eternity. New crown. If my knowledge
What is will?
as my all. Will is that which led you to this place, and that which turns the eternal wheel of the world. Along the endless string of life and death, there are some born with a hunger. They yearn for some other, better place. They are the Arisen, nascent fountainheads of will. And so the dragon is sent into the world to guide the Arisen, and refine them, to temper their wills into aught capable of sustaining the world. And so the cycle of our world has e'er continued. New crown sovereign and keeper
Well,
of eternity.
Will is a foe,
Grant me
defoe,
now
one might
this
say.
single boon.
Nice.
The fire of my life is
Anyways,
there is aught
we got all
you
the
wish to
questions
know
out of
before
him.
my death. You need but ask.
It's time to set him free.
Mourn me not, for I welcome the release. At long last, I am free of eternity, of infinity, free of the cruel, unending ring.
Watch it not work. No, the God's Bane blade is exactly as advertised.
You've the means to bring about anything, even the end.
Anyways, we're God now. So, you know, that's cool. Sit on our nice big stone throne. Do some god peeping. Or the game could fucking crash. That's cool. The game is not supposed to do that. Let me just verify the integrity of the game files very quickly. Did it autosave? Probably. If not, I'm not worried. I can skip cutscenes to get to where I was. The fight was not very difficult. And thus our journey came to an end. We tried to peep some god stuff, and it was too much for our mortal brains to comprehend, so the stream shut down. OBS couldn't handle it. I don't know why I decided to verify the integrity of the game files, but I was just a little nervous, even though it was probably just a one-off thing. Only 4% have actually ever seen the dragon cutscene, and only 3.9% have seen the runaway and live your life as a non-arisen. Which, I mean, makes sense, because it is incredibly hard to lose that fight against the Seneschal. Float and trigger overflow. All part of God's design. OBS canceled it because of TOS. Yeah, YouTube's like, no God peeping on our platform. Absolutely not. You think you can peep God on our platform? No, buddy, you signed a contract. Where'd you say you got the suicide sword? So my suicide sword just kind of showed up as soon as I killed the dragon. So like once you kill the dragon, you wake up back in your house, um, with your beloved who you've rescued from the dragon, and then just sitting in your inventory is the God's Bane blade. So it is a tongue twister. And 81%, so we're almost done verifying integrity of files. I just wanted to verify them again in case it crashed again, because I mean, obviously, if it keeps crashing on that one point, then we have a problem. Although not really. I mean, it's not required for all files successfully validated. Cool. All right, let's try this again. If we can't, if for whatever reason it won't show me the god peeping. Basically, we just run around as like a ghost in a couple of the towns and just like see how people are doing. There's really nothing to it. Temple OS, the true operating system of the gods. Okay, all right, let's try to god peep. Okay, it didn't crash. About that guy, I watched a little bit of it, but not like a huge amount. Anyways, here's Cassius. We obviously can't talk to anybody. We can open doors, which probably looks a little spooky. Oh, and also I guess they removed the quest board. And not just that it reuses the same area as the false piece, but yep, just hang out in Cassius. Being God seems boring. Yeah, I mean, literally all you're doing is just like hanging out here and directing life, which is oddly a lot more boring than you think it would be. But yeah, everybody's doing good. You know, everybody's hanging out, everybody's living their lives. You know, do they really need God? Do we need a God in this world? I don't remember how to leave. I think I just try to go out the gate. Yeah. Wait to not survive. So who's the next dragon? The next dragon... Actually, that is a good question. How does that work? There must be like Arisen. There must be other Arisen then or something, because yeah, you're right. Seeing as we killed the dragon, no more Arisen can be made, and we didn't lose the fight. You know what? How have I never thought about that? Does everything happen at once? I guess? I don't know. Anyways, God's pretty boring. Sure would be a shame if I had this blade in my inventory that killed a god. And, did something with it. So, if we use it before this point, as you might have seen, it just kills you. And then you have to retry the game, because that's the same as any other death. But, what if we used it now? Quest successful! We did it! No, it's just hanging out. No, it's just staring at me like, you really fucking did this, didn't you? Yeah, the Yonoid multiverse. All the Noids have come together.
You're like me, aren't you? As my grandmother gave me life, he gave you yours. They gave us death, and with it, true life. This is the world he wanted for us.
So now the Noid is running around in our body. We died and gave the Noid a true soul. You feel an odd... Okay, well I can't fucking read that when it's on an SSD, huh? Instead of reading from a disc. Anyways, that's the true ending. We were the Noid all along. God, it would have been the perfect time to swap over to Yo Noid, but also, like, there was no way I was gonna wait that long to play it. And so that's how Dragon's Dogma ends. I think it's so... I just think it's such a cool ending, because it really feels like it comes out of nowhere, but it doesn't really. There is a bunch of stuff that kind of shows you, if you do some of the quests, that shows you, like, what you did. Like how, the Selene, when we rescue her from the villagers, will just... Oh yeah, oh my god, that is a perfect picture of the Noid. We'll just straight up say that, like, she became human over time while journeying with, her Arisen, who was her quote-unquote grandmother. Oh, the PCE will now be transported out of your body. Oh no. Super weird, but I didn't actually see most of the game. It's a pretty out there ending, because it... Ragnarok, my buddy! Oh, my precious buddy. So good to see you again. Stanced up, he is. End of an era. I've almost basically been playing this for like a whole year. Although that's not really true, because there was times I took a break, but I started in like November. So I'm very glad to be to finally be done with it. I really like this game, but it is a huge JRPG of a game, and so it took a lot of playtime. Oh, I'm so ready for Dragon's Dogma 2. I'm so excited to see what they do with it, because I just really... Holy shit, what a powerful stance again. Kingdoms of Amalur? No. I tried playing it and I didn't really care for it. It's also huge, like it's even larger than this game, but it's like full of like a bunch of filler. So I'm not gonna play it. I don't particularly hold it as cherished as Amalur, as this game. Yeah, there's gonna be Dragon's Dogma 2. Ah, Klaus Empton. You were a person I hired at some point. Chrome Dino? Wow. Yeah, I know, bro. I'm so excited. Because all of Capcom's games like in the last couple of years have been like honestly like really stellar. Like Chrome Dino. What the fuck is Chrome Dino, Nash? Like I don't actually know what that is. I'll have to look that up once the stream ends, or once I'm done these credits. Oh man, I really love this game. Do you want a DMC 6, huh? I mean, sure. The game where you don't have internet? But like I already don't have internet like half the time. The 100 hours within to explain the game? That sounds about right. there's a lot to do. Because I mean, part of the appeal of Dragon's Dogma is just like how well the combat works. Oh, of course it's translated by 8.4. That makes a lot of sense. Because without the all the cool weapon combos and animations and stuff, it wouldn't be nearly as cool. The one thing I really, really do miss about the re-release of this game, Dark Arisen, was in the original release of this game, on the title screen, they had commissioned, I'm pretty sure it was actually straight up like, they had commissioned a famous Japanese rock band called B''Z to make an intro song for this. And yes, it's literally perfect because it starts out with like a very somber piano and then it jumps into J-rock, and that lets you know that was the perfect song for this game because it basically lets you know exactly where it's going. Which is to say, fucking radical places. They did. Finally, we found the Dragon's Dogma. Eiji Shimomura. That's a composer, right? He composed a bunch of stuff, I think. MT Framework. Dragon's Dogma is also the name of the sword that, like the one-handed sword that you can get from defeating the dragon. Because you get different equipment for defeating it on different classes. And yeah, if you're playing a class that has one-handed swords, you get a sword literally called Dragon's Dogma. Very cool. Cleared game data has been saved. Loading this cleared game will allow you to begin a new game. The items you obtain last playthrough will be available in item storage. So basically just do New Game Plus. Which we're not going to do. At least, like, anytime soon. But you can keep going. It's so high. Oh, high. Anyways, so, this unfortunately, yeah, just because, fuck trying to defeat that demon second form, because that would have taken, like, an additional 2 hours by itself, probably, at least for me. So this stream was kind of on the shorter end, but I want to thank you all so much for tuning in and, you know, being here for watching Dragon's Dogma, because I think it's an incredible game, and I'm really glad to have shown it off to some people and actually gotten a couple people to play it, because it's really cool, and I'm so excited to see the sequel. Collab? Yes, actually, sorry. I should probably actually go ahead and explain what I've pulled up on screen here. So, here's the schedule for the rest of this week. So tomorrow, we'll be having a Jackbox collab with a couple of wonderful people that you may have seen before, including Sleepy Panda May, Samunyan, Stepaniki, Heki Devi, and also a certain VTuber called I'm Nash OK. As well as, I don't know if anybody else is going to show up for that one, but that is who has said they are coming, so that's who I'm going to assume is coming tomorrow. So that'll be a lot of fun. Jackbox games are always cool. I heard of that last one. Oh, I know. Me too. So those will be a lot of fun. They're always a lot of fun. I don't know the last one. Yeah, me neither, actually. And then on Saturday, in honor of it being October 1st, which, by the way, holy crap, it's October 1st on Saturday. we're going to be starting a fall game, Night in the Woods, here on YouTube, since we've just finished our last current YouTube game. It's a game that I've been meaning to play for like a very long time, and I started playing it like I think last year and then just didn't finish it. So I really need to fix that. So we're going to do that together. And then also just to let you know, later in the month, when we get through Night of the Woods, we'll probably start The Walking Dead, season 1, the Telltale game, because I've heard that game is wonderful and I have yet to play it, and it's been sitting in my Steam library for years at this point. So good on me. And then on Sunday, we'll be going back to TIE Fighter. I read a guide and now I know to it for that one particular mission I was stuck on, so we'll continue to blow shit up with the missile boat. It'll be great. And get ready to cry. Oh boy. All right. I will do my best. And then on Monday, we'll continue our Death Stranding and journey further to the West Coast because we are pretty close. We basically just have to cross the mountain range and we will be at the West Coast and ready to pick up Amelie and bring her home to the East Coast. Oh, but that is all I have for you today. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And again, I'm really glad I was able to show off. It's almost been like a year of me showing off Dragon's Dogma to people because it's such a cool game. I really do like it, even if you hear me complain about it a couple times. I think it is still really cool, and honestly cannot wait to see what the sequel brings. You're such a show-off. Got me there. Anyways, I think with that, sorry that it's a little on the shorter side, but I'll see you tomorrow for some Jackbox. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.